In 2007, you were relegated from the Championship to League One. In 08, relegated to League Two. 09, relegated to the National League. 2014, promoted to League Two again. 2018, promoted to League One. 2019, promoted to the Championship. 2023, promoted to the Premier League. That's one heck of a ride and absolutely unprecedented, even in English football. If anything, I imagine it hasn't been boring.
No, not at all. If you actually back that up about 10 years to when I started following the club, some would say I started following the club quite late because we got relegated from the top division in 91-92, the season before it became the Premier League. So we were actually one of the founding members. But my first season following Luton Town, we got relegated from what is now known as the Championship. So that was my first season following the club. We got relegated, and we went all the way down to League Two. And where you start off from when we got relegated from the Championship, we had a mini resurgence. So we went from League Two back up to the Championship, had 2 seasons in the Championship, and then the roller coaster that you mentioned started. But it's been a ride. It has. It's been phenomenal.
How do you hang in there?
You don't have an option. It's your club. No. It's your team. If you're a Luton fan, you're a Luton fan. You don't run away. You don't go watch other clubs. If you're Luton, you're Luton. And we just kept going. Sure, the crowds got a bit smaller. But we always believed. And even when we got relegated to the conference, there was like a silver lining. Because we started that season in League Two. I can't remember what year it was, but we started that season in League Two when we got relegated to the conference. We had new owners, our current owners, who are called 2020. And the reason why they called themselves 2020 is because they believed that they would take the club back up to its natural order and position in the English football pyramid, the Championship, by 2020. So, flashing forward, they were ahead of schedule because we were back in the Championship for the 1920 season. So we're back in for 2019. So they're a year ahead of schedule. But going back to that League Two season, we started the season on minus 30 because of stuff that the previous owners had done. So they, as like a hello for them, it was like, hello, here's minus 30, which essentially relegated us before a ball was even kicked in League Two. We competed in the Johnson Paint Trophy, and we were bottom of League Two, and we competed against Scunthorpe, who were getting promoted from League One to the Championship. And the funny thing is, it's actually cruel how football works. So we were going down to the National League, and Scunthorpe were going to the Championship. Whereas now, 20 years later or so, or 15 years later, Scunthorpe have just been relegated from the National League and are now going to be competing in the National League North, which is the league below the National League.
Or something,
yeah. It's crazy how things change so quickly. And Luton are getting promoted from the Championship to the Premier League. It's crazy how we've gone that way, they've gone that way. It's cruel football. Yeah. But going back to the conference, our owners cut their teeth in the conference, and they probably were a bit flippant, thinking, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be easy. You know, we have one of the biggest budgets here. We can just go straight back up." But it's 5 years, 5 seasons in the conference, and 5 managers